We are talking about the 7 levels of YouTube downfall. How it all starts with one minor slip up or a harmless lie from the creator, but with every level escalates into something darker, until the fame, the audience, and the entire YouTube empire collapse under the weight of their own ego. And as you'll see by the end of this video, some creators lose not just their careers, but their freedom as well.
I work really hard on editing this show, and it takes a really long time to make, so you should leave a like. And feel free to leave a comment, because it definitely helps push my videos through the algorithm. Because sometimes YouTube just shits the bed and doesn't send them out to anybody. We've got so much drama in the streaming world. So many crazy and dumb things happened. So let's just humiliate them. Let's make fun of them. Let's get into it.
Bro, there's just something so cathartic and pleasurable about watching these woke, politically correct, super nice, wholesome, inclusive streamers all getting canceled for being racist. Oh my god, it's absolute cinema. Look, as someone that's not racist but does get canceled for racism because I understand crime statistics, and per capita, the scariest 2 words in the English language if you're a leftoid, I have to say, it's really fun watching the shoe get on the other foot. So this was during the Streamer Awards. This is Retardo Bicho number 4, after the other one of Hassan's bichos, and essentially, she gets canceled for this clip for being a racist.
Rakai? Question.
Yo.
Right, she's talking to a black guy.
What's the coolest thing you've ever stolen?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely doesn't look good on her, I gotta say. Like, how could you be so not self-aware that you ask a question like that to a black guy? I mean, she's not wrong. He was stealing shit. That is why he was banned on Twitch. But like, man, these people are fucking idiots.
Don't answer the test! It's a test, Rakai! Have you learned nothing? Don't answer it! Don't answer it! Take his mic. Take his mic. What? Yeah.
Like, I guess this was supposed to be comedy.
Was it? Damn, I don't know where I was supposed to laugh. Like, it's so fucking cringe, dude.
But, it's so bad.
No, he's learned his lesson. He's not allowed to answer that.
Yeah, look at his face! Look at his face! They are not entertained. They are not entertained. Bro, that is absolute cinema. Oh my god. It doesn't get any better than that. That's beautiful. I love that. So anyway, she's not the only one. Another incredibly inclusive, wholesome streamer, Whammon, is getting canceled for racism. Iron Mouse, a Vtuber, the largest Vtuber, I think, these days. Incredibly popular, super wholesome on Twitch. You know, she's out there loving everybody. Everybody loves her because of how kind and all that.
Fake and gay. I don't care. I don't really like VTubers. I don't like Iron Mouse. I don't know much about her. But I don't like this fake, like, everybody's nice to each other bullshit.
And inclusive and stuff is going on. And she's also getting canceled for racism. So, you know what? That's why I'm here, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to make everyone's day better, except for the people I talk about usually.
So over the years, I've covered a whole host of drama, but sometimes you come across stuff that is simply fascinating because of how ridiculous and pathetic it is. This is the content gift that keeps on giving because the controversies stemming from it have only gotten worse. They continue to rage on, and that's what we're going to see today. So generally speaking, we're going to talk about the host, Cutie Cinderella, who is promising that 2026 is going to be totally better and so much improved. Nobody's buying it.
I disagree. I think it is going to be better. For me, it's going to be better for Asmongold and Nux and you.
But she's also facing a lot of backlash for jokes she made during the event, including one joke she made about the 17-year-old streamer, Rakai, who was nominated for one of the categories, and now he is absolutely crashing out in a squeaker-filled crash out where he is cussing her out and saying ridiculous things and acting like a complete fool, to the point where we have to ask the question, where are his parents?
And you know, I don't feel bad for her at all. because this is the audience that she created. This is the energy that she pushes forward. And yeah, his parents, they don't give a shit because he's making money. They'll pretend they give a shit because technically he's still a kid, but as soon as he's 18, nope, he's out on his own. He's done. Gets to do whatever he wants, and I guarantee you he's going to end up in jail.
But then we're going to move on to an update regarding the fan situation. She is the co-host of the Streamer Awards, where she made a joke about Kai looking like Diddy, and then some members of his crew got very upset, and now there's allegations that one of those members threatened to punch out the teeth of Fan. It's like morbid curiosity, right? We're seeing the absolute worst of these streaming worlds. Let's begin with some updates regarding the host of the event, Cutie Cinderella, Miss Jellywig herself, who's been facing a lot of backlash for the quality of this event, among many other things.
I love how shitty the whole thing is, actually. She probably doesn't love that people like me love it. Well, then change it. Make it better. That's all I can say.
The biggest thing I have to say is I learned so much this year. Genuinely, every single year I learned so much.
And then she proceeds to not talk about everything that she's learned, because actually I don't think she's learned anything. I just think she's got some new ideas that she's going to use. She didn't really learn anything. Thinking of new ideas isn't learning.
I have so many good ideas for next year. I'm doing a very hard pivot. I'm changing a lot of things next year. I learned so much this year. Like, I can't even, like, obviously I learned so much this year. I have so many great ideas for next year. I'm not kidding. Like, so many. Like, I'm so incredibly motivated. I'm so motivated. Next year is going to be a movie. I promise. I promise.
Well, I can guarantee you it's definitely going to be cinema. I can't wait to talk about the next Streamer Awards and make fun of all of these circle jerk retards.
Pinky's out. I promise.
Yeah, so guys, do you believe Cutie Cinderella when she says the Streamer Awards of 2026 are going to be a movie, that she's going to vastly improve what's going on and make it a better experience?
It depends on who you ask.
Cutie next year. Yep. Guys, in 2026 at the Streamer Awards, they got to up the virtue signaling. We need more virtue signaling. Next year, nominates her friends, gets valid criticism, cries about it. And of course, if you want to make some changes for 2026 and you want to make people happy and get a better reception, how about you get rid of the dog-zapping terrorist sympathizer who's literally showing up to your event cosplaying as Chairman Mao?
Who let him do that? By the way, QT Cinderella obviously let him do it. It was her event. Does she even know what Mao is, who Mao is, what Mao did? I don't think so. I mean, like, if it was my event, I would definitely let him, because he's a retard and I want him to be made fun of and drugged through the mud. But I don't think that's what these people were going for.
Don't answer it. It's a test. It's a test, Rakai. Have you learned nothing? Don't answer it. Don't answer it. Take his mic. Take his mic. What? Well, yeah, no. He's learned his lesson. He's not allowed to answer that.
So after that joke, a bunch of wackadoos on Twitter were trying to frame this as an act of racism. Yes, these jokes were racially motivated because she was accusing a black person of stealing. But here's the problem. He has stolen things. In fact, this tweet would get hit with several notes where it says, Rakai stole on stream multiple times Duke $80,000 shoes, clicks a $6,500 bet, and flowers outside of a store. This right here is the reason why he's currently banned. And for those who don't know, there's also this whole flower event where he went into a Walmart, handed flowers to a random person that he did not purchase, and then they walk out and they get in trouble because the security thinks that they're stealing something they didn't pay for.
Well, yeah, you know, it is pretty funny. I mean, you shouldn't do that. Definitely don't do that. That's a fucking dick move. But if that was a scene in a movie, that'd be pretty funny. The fact that it happened in real life, that's shitty. That shouldn't have happened.
What a wonderful joke. Well, it's not surprising that this Rakai individual has been banned 4 times in the last year. In the last full year, 4 bans. Like, that's hard to do. right? But things have gotten worse because his suspension has been extended further to January 1st. It was originally 2 weeks, now it's even further because of comments he made in response to Cutie Cinderella. He has responded to the stealing joke she made directed towards him, and yeah, his response is, well, horrendous.
What's the coolest thing you've ever stolen?
You wanna know what I was gonna say?
Well, what you're supposed to say is, bitch, I don't steal shit. But obviously you do. So you can't really say anything. It's just more streamer drama. I love it.
I'll say, listen, bitch. What's the coolest dick you ever sucked? Get the fuck off my dick. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that shit to her face, bro. And for everybody. But I had to just sit down and think. I'm black, petite, sit the fuck down and chill. I was gonna say that shit. I was like, bitch, what's the coolest dick you ever fucking sucked? You ugly bitch. To her. I was gonna say that. But I just calmed down, bro, and you know, and like, you know, see why she even said that shit. Cause whole time, now I get it. Like,
I've heard this guy's parents. I've heard them speak, and you'll hear his mom speak. Why does he talk like this? Where does he get this accent? He made it up. This is a made-up accent. This is, like, I don't know. Why do these streamers, who are very hard to understand, end up getting famous like that? Is it because people are humiliating them? Is it because they look like fucking idiots and they're being laughed at? I have no idea how these people get famous.
she said it cause, you know, I got banned for giving that girl flowers, but she didn't really understand is that whole time I had my assistant tell the lady that she never bought it, she put it back, but that wasn't on camera, so, but, nah, real shit, fuck you.
Well, he seems like a very fine and upstanding young gentleman. But yeah, a lot of people are looking at this behavior and like the fact that this guy's like, this kid has dedicated his life to streaming, and they're like, where are his parents? Well, we got an answer somewhat. His mom would call him up live on stream and scold him.
You even think of anything like that? I'm so confused. Like, did you really tell that woman that? Are you losing your mind?
Well, like,
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm saying.
Okay, so.
Just a little context. I'm pretty sure this guy lives at Kai Cenat's house. Like, his mom let him live at an LA streamer's house with a bunch of other degenerate LA streamers. And he's underage. Like, what the fuck?
I'm saying the only thing the reason why I said that is because she said what she said.
Regardless of the fact that is not how you carry yourself. That is not how you talk to a woman, first of all. I raised you way better than that. So guess what? Your ass is coming home since you think you're grown. I'm booking your flight tomorrow.
Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, W mom, W mom. Now, what she's doing right here sounds pretty reasonable, right? She's basically saying, like, you need to stop acting crazy and disrespecting women and saying these very inappropriate things for a 17-year-old to be saying publicly. But keep in mind, this is the same person who's allowed their son to fly out and hang around a bunch of adults and try to make a career in streaming. Like, you know what? The world needs some more people who are not trying to do that, right? Like, try a trade school. The world needs more plumbers and carpenters, not whatever's going on here. This is like totally ridiculous behavior.
To be fair, I don't think that he's smart enough to be a plumber or a carpenter, and honestly, I wouldn't want this kid working on my house anyway.
But things get even worse because people have been digging into this Rakai individual and like why some people are like fighting so hard to defend this kid who are like established streamers, and it all seems very forced, very unnatural. And Asmongold would take a peek into his streaming analytics, and it just tells a very clear picture that this kid or someone in his name is botting his streams.
This kid is definitely not smart enough to do it himself. He might have somebody else do it for him, or somebody else is straight up doing it for him and he doesn't know or doesn't care. But it's definitely botted.
Kind of goes up over time. It's not completely accurate, but this is a little bit of a shorter one. Okay, how about a 3-hour stream? Let's look at this. That's botted. It's botted.
So to explain further what he's pointing out here, you can see this massive increase in his number of viewers. This is not natural at all. I also want to give an update to another situation from the Streamer Awards involving this Rakai kid, this India Love individual. We saw a clip of her the other day where she went up on stage because Rakai lost the Breakout Streamer Award. He was a nominee, he didn't get it. And India Love, a 29-year-old woman, crashed onto the stage without permission, took away the mic, and said Rakai should have won, and was all angry about it. And she, I guess, was drunk, and now she's apologized, but nobody's really buying it, except for people who are in this sort of inner circle.
As it goes, every fucking time, because these people are in a money cult. They're in a cult of personality.
Who are now defending this even further and claiming that this has something to do with race.
When India Love walked on stage and said that Adapt had a crazy year, but Khan DDG should won, I think that she was saying what we all was thinking, but it's like only like the color people really felt them. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody else was like, no way she did that. And then for her to be escorted out after that, I was like, damn.
I'm just gonna be honest, I have no idea what the fuck he just said. I don't know what he was just talking about. Like, these people are so fucking retarded. And it's not even a race thing. It is a intelligence in the race thing. You know what I mean? It's not like this is a thing that black people do. It's a thing that dumb black people do. I think it's the equivalent of white people who sound like, you going man. You know, it's like that same type of energy.
Absolutely zero accountability whatsoever. Like, yeah, it's racism. That's what this guy's trying to say. So on stream recently, Rakai searched India Love, which is a mistake because India Love does adult content. Okay, and that's what you're gonna find if you search anything on Twitter especially. And you can just see by the recommendations, that's what it's focusing on. And now we have this kid looking up the adult content live on stream of this woman, this 29-year-old who is defending him.
Isn't there a policy? Isn't there a policy where children aren't supposed to be watching prawn? Like, isn't there a policy that people aren't supposed to be looking at prawn in general? But like, this is a child obviously looking at prawn on stream. I don't think he shows it on stream, but we all know what's going on here. It's fucking weird. It's fucking disgusting. We can't do anything because technicalities. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Nothing. That's what we're doing. We're handing the world over to Satan on a silver fucking platter, on a golden platter.
Like, this is why you don't take a 17-year-old and surround him with these full-grown adults, including people who make adult content. What are we doing? People think this is funny. This is not funny. I don't find this funny.
So congratulations to you. Oh, and also, congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
If you all gonna be on the mic, now turn this mic, now turn this shit on. Turn this shit on. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
QT Cinderella should have known not to invite black people to her streamer awards because black people can't take jokes. At least these guys, they like to take it to a racial place. They also don't like to take jokes. They get super offended, get all up in their feels, get super butthurt about it. Like, get the fuck out of here. Grow a pair, you fucking pussies.
So as it turns out, the guy with the mic and one other member of Kai's crew would get very upset about this and have a leaked conversation, allegedly. But we'll see the responses in just a second. But the Ty Lil guy, the person with the microphone, he has apologized and basically said that he could have done better and will be taking a break from streaming. That is stunning and brave. And then FanFan came out and confirms that the entire event was scripted and that she didn't read the room, and she's apologizing to Kai.
So the entire event was scripted. So her jokes about Mao were scripted. Her jokes about Hassan, you know, dressing up like Mao were scripted. Was it? It doesn't seem like it, unless they knew that Hassan was going to dress like that and they put that in the script, or maybe they wrote the script on the fly. I don't know. But that seems like bullshit to me. But it also does seem like some jokes that QT Cinderella would come up with. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know about this one.
And saying she could have just not followed the script and improvised, but she doesn't want to give excuses, but, you know, she doesn't want to shift blame, and she should have just read the room and went off script, but hindsight is 2020.
You expect these streamers to not do what they're told. You expect them to not be retarded. Are you retarded?
It just didn't land. Okay, you can't just call like a stranger, compare him to Diddy. It's not going to go well. You know, yes, it's a joke, but it wasn't properly delivered. It wasn't delivered well, and it just wasn't reading the room. That much is obvious.
Also, these people are known to be emotionally retarded. They can't take jokes. Even if they could take jokes, they don't want to. They want to crash out. They like to be angry about things because that generates conversation, that generates clicks, that's entertainment.
But this is where things get a little complicated. So we have this other guy, whose name is, of course, Dez. Okay, Dez is a part of Kai's crew, right? His streaming crew. And this guy has gone absolutely off the wall. And he's facing some allegations from the stock guy, who claims that during an intermission at this event, he was in the bathroom and he overheard two people who we now know is that Ty Lil guy and Dez talking about FanFan after she made her joke about Kai. And allegedly, according to this guy, who I have no idea why he would lie about this as a guy who talks about stocks, he claims that Dez, as we now know would be Dez, was talking about punching in FanFan's teeth and then essaying her.
I don't think these guys would actually do that because that would destroy their entire careers and everyone would hate them. But they're definitely retards who would say some dumbass shit like that. Because they have violence on the brain constantly.
Like, normally it's none of my business and I don't get involved in it, but I'm thinking to myself, do I need to talk to somebody? Like, is this dude like just doing that? And then I realized we're also at a Streamer Awards and his boys are around. So I'm like, I gotta keep an eye on this shit. Like, he'll probably cool down through the night, but this dude really lost his shit. Like, I thought it was a bit, but then in the bathroom, this dude's straight up talking about how he wants to like beat her up, like break her fucking teeth in, and then like you know obviously saying some shit, like talking about beating the shit, like actually physically beating her, and then moved on to like actual SA shit with her. And I'm like, dude, this dude is like taking this shit too far.
Yeah, so again, why would the stock guy want to get involved in drama? Like, what would he possibly gain from making this up, right? And we're going to see some of the defenses of these two guys in just a second. They contradict each other in the most blatant ways ever. It's very funny. We're going to see that in just a second. But this guy's getting, like, death threats. Like, people are saying they're going to pull up to his home. You know, like, all these people, these, like, teenagers and these guys' communities are very upset that he's calling him out. And people are calling him racist and all this stuff. But what's being alleged here is heinous comments. But even if they're true, guys, even if they're true, have you considered the fact that Dez is from New York? Yeah, he's from New York. I mean, what is he supposed to do in this situation other than threaten people, right, over a joke?
Yeah, that's just what they do there. It's just a violent culture. So we should allow it, right? No, actually, he's from Germany. That's why he hates the Jews. No, get the fuck out of here with that shit. If you're gonna be a violent retard that can't take a joke, get the fuck out of my event.
Yeah, he's powerless. In fact, there's been a bunch of resurfaced clips of this Dez guy just crashing out, like threatening people like all the time, right? And in one of the clips where he's getting heated, calling people like slurs and like trying to like provoke a physical altercation, he just starts screaming New York City.
That's just the way people are in New York, you know? They're just violent retards. That's just the culture.
Over and over again. Let's listen to this together.
New York City, not upstate New York. See? Big New York City. See? New York City. See? New York City. New York City. New York City. New York City. See? New York City.
What is this NPC stuff, dude? He's literally just shouting New York City. Like, who makes these people famous, bro? This is insane. Yeah, this is a great look. Like, this guy definitely doesn't have like an anger problem. Like, no way. Totally impossible.
No, you don't understand, Rev. It's part of the culture of New York.
But the Ty Lil person, who's the person who grabbed the mic during the event and was the other person in the bathroom, he says that never happened. The Dez guy comes out and confirms they were in the bathroom, so the other guy just lied. This guy's now supposed to be the trustworthy one, the one who was allegedly making the threats, and this was his response. In many ways, confirming what's being alleged, and then he just crashes out.
All I did was speak to my friends and said, she was sucking my man with the teeth. Bad bitches don't use teeth. They give out the sloppy toppy, like the soft jaw. You know how they give it up crazy. The baddies, like the bad, you know the baddies be like they suck the shit up, no teeth, everything smooth. You like that. You felt I show you?
Once again, I can barely understand this guy. And it is not because he's black, because I know plenty of black people who sound like black people who I can fucking understand every single word that they're saying. This is just a retard issue.
Whole time I feel like she gave him teeth and it was a bad joke. Try again. What? Dritty. You in the toilet with your stinky ass, dirty ass butt on that contaminated seat where 1,000 is pissing everywhere, listening and said, oh, I'm gonna get this. Whole time, family, you could have just repeated what I said. It's just like, you could have repeated what I said. I didn't say what you said. And when you added so much shit in, like, I would go, like, and then it's like, why do you call the authorities if I made them heinous threat? Why do you call the authorities to remove me like I remove somebody else out the awards when they jumped out there? When somebody jumped out there and did how they felt, why y'all removed them? Why did they get me removed? Because you know I didn't say that. You lying ass, grown ass man.
Do you believe this guy? Coming out of this, again, there's a lot of leaked clips where I watched through these. I can't even play anything with this guy because it's like every other word is some sort of a no-no word for YouTube. Like, it's literally just habitual in his vocabulary.
I wonder why that is. Maybe because he's retarded.
But there's clips here of him threatening to smack his friends' girls, threatening to smack a Target employee. Of course, you know, these IRL streamers being obnoxious in public. That is not surprising whatsoever. And then he goes further and calls the entire Streamer Awards racist. Oh, here we go again. Of course that card's gonna get pulled here.
Damn. Unfortunately, I think he's not gonna get invited to the next Streamer Awards for calling the thing that he was invited to racist. Yeah, QT Cinderella's not gonna invite him back. I hope she does, because I like to react to these people because they're fucking retards.
Where he describes a situation where apparently a waiter was rude to them. Therefore, the entire Streamer Awards is racist. Well, we'll see you next year, I guess.
Women pepper sprays irritant on food. Wait, what? What the hell is this? Shocking moment, delivery driver sprays food with irritant? As my wife got it and began to eat, I was in the other room and I noticed her coughing and gasping, and then she threw up. Well, another hog for the pin.
Was she unhappy with the tip? Here's a receipt from the order. It shows they tipped $2 on the nearly $28 meal. That's just a 7% tip.
What charges could an individual face should this all hold up?
Potential charges could range from battery all the way up until food tampering as a level 5 felony.
It's crazy, isn't it? Jail? Well, it's obviously jail. I mean, like, you're literally poisoning somebody's food that you're giving them. Like, I think for doing something like this, you should go to jail for like 5 or 10 years. If somebody does this, you have to completely Old Testament them. That way, nobody else ever thinks about doing this. Because we have so many delivery drivers, we can't allow something like this to become normalized. So yeah, attempted murder, that would be fine. Yeah, I mean, why not? And if it's fatal and she did it on purpose, then she did attempt to murder them, or at least manslaughter, right? You can't have a high trust society without high accountability. So you have to have this. You know, do you want to live in a world where this fat retarded pig runs out and sprays pepper spray on your food? Absolutely not. So what you do is you put people like this in jail. You put them in jail, you keep them there.
And you don't just put them in jail. You don't just stay silent about it and put them in jail. No, you tell the world, this is what happens to you if you do shit like this.
There has been a cartoonish amount of drama coming out of this year's Streamer Awards hosted by Cutie Cinderella. Starting just a few weeks ago with uncertainty and doubt about how the voting is going, to the day of the awards, December 6th, where we had people that were getting pushed aside for other bigger content creators to do interviews, to someone rushing the stage and getting up on top and essentially doing a Kanye moment. But I think the more grave and serious controversies that have come out of this have to do with someone allegedly making threats towards one of the hosts from the night, and also now new claims of sexual assault coming from one of the content creators that was there at the after party for the Streamer Awards.
She got assaulted at the streamer party. You guys don't know how bad it is. So this girl right here just exposed Ty Lil of the Clover Boys. So this is the same guy. I'm gonna just preemptively turn it down.
Relax.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Relax.
Wait, hold on, wait.
That's weird. That's really weird.
Dude, why are people like this? It's very, very common. It's more common than anyone would like to admit. But like, what the fuck? On camera, with other people there. Are you serious? It's so fucking weird.
He allegedly assaulted her. So let's go ahead. We'll watch the video. Here we go.
I already said it, guys. I already said it. Like, we've already talked about this already. We already talked about who it is. Whoever caught it, but I'm not going to say it because I still have to make sure my integrity and whatever the fuck else is secure. And then I will say the name of who it was fully.
Okay.
I already showed y'all the call log, chat. Y'all already know. If you already know y'all can say it in the chat, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not.
Is everybody? Oh no.
Because niggas is trying to blackmail me and shit already. Like, I don't have time for it. Like, that's why I said I'm done with the streaming shit, because niggas thinking collab streams is gonna do something for me. And surprisingly,
this is what happens. Like, it happens to other girls too. Like, we all know this, but some people on Twitter forget that I'm actually the most pro-female and most feminist streamer out there. And the truth is that whenever I hear a woman that hates men, generally if you listen to her about why, it makes sense. It does, it makes sense.
It's retarded to hate all men for something that one or a few men did to you because you're terrible at choosing men and being around people. Like, that just sucks. But people like this who like to hate all men, they get really, really hateful toward all men. And it's fucking stupid.
Like, yeah, I could see that. Sure, I could see why you'd feel that way. Makes a lot of sense. And so a lot of these girls get harassed, call the fucking cops. What's wrong with people? Well, if you knew more about this type of thing and the way that police handle it, then you'd know that that would probably somehow make it worse. And so really, I think that a lot of women that are inside of the entertainment industry, this is not unique to streaming, as we've seen with Hollywood, movies, music, etc., right? the fact is that a lot of guys, you know, it's like, this is a guy, like, a lot of these things, like, you know, especially like music, it's young guys that get a lot of power and money, and a lot of young guys don't know how to handle that because they're assholes, they weren't raised right, or whatever else.
Yeah, and they somehow get famous, they somehow get themselves into these situations, they somehow get into these parties, and they fucking do stupid sexual shit. And just completely ruin their lives because they're retarded and they're not thinking about anything except for what they're feeling at that exact moment.
And so they act like and they do horrible things. And what ends up happening is that after they do something really bad to one of these girls, what they do is that in order to basically do damage control, they ostracize this girl from the entire group and from the entire community. And so what happens is that, you know, basically this girl gets, you know, abused, taken advantage of, sexually assaulted, sexually harassed, and then afterwards, the guy then goes on a reputation destruction spree and tells all of his friends, you know, X, Y, and Z about this girl. And the fact is that, like, usually the friends are going to believe them. I mean, I've had this happen to me, and, like, I just believed it. I was like, well, yeah, maybe this happened. I don't know. And the truth is, though, that they made it up, or they vastly exaggerated it in a way to basically get you to never interact with this person, that when interacting with them, you could maybe find out something that would be damaging against that person. This is very, very, very common, and it's unfortunately too common. And I think that there's a big problem that we have on the internet where, because there are some women who lie about experiences they've had with men, like, for example, like that DoorDash girl. Like, that DoorDash girl really does a tremendous disservice to every other woman out there whenever she's talking about being sexually assaulted.
Different DoorDash girl than the one we just looked at. We will look at the one that he's talking about right here in a little bit.
When she recorded a man without his consent and posted it on the internet, again without his consent, while he was naked.
The other ones, a part of that team that he's in, the house that he's in, they're more respectful than him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do anymore.
Jesus.
And it's embarrassing because, like, I give so much love and I'm feeling like I'm running empty.
Yep.
I'm running dry, guys. Like, I feel so used. Like, I literally, like, I'm so upset. I'm embarrassed. I'm just disgusted. Like,
yep.
Shit is enough. Like, I'm tired. Like, I'm really tired.
Let's see here. It's no wonder a Diddy joke struck a nerve. Yeah, I bet it did, right? And it's like, yeah, I don't want to have that anywhere around me. And so, really, I've seen a couple other clips of this guy. Oh, this is him talking about it as well. I'll go back, I'll watch this. So this is him responding.
And if you coming in here looking for any responses, looking for me to add on to any drama, please just see your way out.
Yeah.
Please see your way out. See your way out. See your way out. See your way out. It's Christmas. Like, it's a wonderful time of the year.
It's Christmas, so I didn't commit sexual assault. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense.
It's a wonderful time of the year. Go be with your families. Go be with your friends. Go be with your loved ones.
Yeah.
Go get some good food. Get some eggnog. You feel what I'm saying? Kick it. And if you coming in here looking for...
Yeah, it's weird as fuck, bro. The gift that keeps on giving, I know it's so embarrassing. The allegation on Kai. And this is the thing, is like Kai's friends, like... The thing is that... Like, I've had friends that have done bad shit too, right? I mean, obviously I have. It's just what happens. But it's just... We should have known it. Yeah, this is the same fucking clip. This is her talking about it more. She's trying to be quiet. Oh, I watched the longer version of it.
I was sexually assaulted at a party, a streamer award party. And not only that, it's by somebody that I was sexually assaulted at a party, a streamer award party.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's by somebody that you guys fucking love. And I'm tired, bro.
And then she showed an image?
Guys. I'm fucking tired, guys. Like, literally.
There's a lot of S.A. Andys. It's too many. It really is.
I want to take a little break from streamers to showcase this little nugget of awesome here for a second. This is the best video I've ever seen.
So is this post fake? This is a very real video for those asking. Because I stopped watching it the other day because I said to myself, there's no way this is real. Let's see it.
Hey, who is this guy? Come with me, here we go. Look,
Okay.
now he's running. There he is, he's running away. What's going on? You got a problem with us live streaming or what?
I mean, this ain't where you're from.
Is there a problem with me being here?
You're a white person.
What was that?
You can see why I thought this was fake, right?
Y'all don't pay the stolen land tax?
You're white as well.
Whenever I heard that, I was like, there's no way. This has got to be a meme.
Oh, dude, I don't know what you're trying to say.
And you're whiter than him.
No, you're
And they
white
gotta
as
take
well. I
accountability.
don't understand where you're coming from.
Because you gotta take accountability for it. Accountability for what?
Accountability for what? Yeah.
Systemic problems.
Wait,
So
but
are
I
you.
can say the exact same thing to you.
You can, and you should.
And you're occupying this
and
space.
we should.
Yeah.
We should be calling out people. Honestly, he
Who
and I
is
deserve
we?
to be robbed.
You say we deserve to be robbed.
Yeah.
Okay, take his iPhone.
Like, why the fuck would you say that? Like, this dude is a self-defeating fucking moron. Like, holy shit, dude. This is what virtue signaling gets you. This is like the ultimate levels of virtue signaling. Just suggesting you should be robbed and then allowing it to happen. Which, by the way, he's saying that to the black guy. That's fucking racist.
Take it.
Yeah.
Take it.
I use it for mutual aid. You want to help?
I use it for mutual aids. Okay, you deserve to be robbed? All right, take his iPhone. If this is real, I love this guy. This is amazing.
Take his iPhone.
You just said you didn't want it.
Dude,
Give me it.
I use this to help people. I help Rod. I help my friend Corey.
You just said
I
you
help
deserve
my
to be
friend
robbed,
Omar. I help so many people that need this.
But you just said you deserve to be
No,
robbed.
they need crowdfunding.
Need this.
He needs a phone. He needs a phone. Help him out. He needs a phone.
You want this phone? Come get it. Come get it.
He said he deserves to be
Come get it.
robbed.
Do you know what Kofi is?
Oh my god. They're gonna punk this guy out of his iPhone for being a cuck.
Come get
Look,
it.
We can do that.
Look,
Come
now
get
they'll
it.
We
take
can
the
do
phone.
Kofi.
No, you said you deserve to be robbed, though.
I use this
Break
for
this
mutual
bitch
aid.
in my hand.
And you'll be hurting people.
Who?
You'll be hurting my friend Corey.
How?
My friend Corey needs resources.
Yo, fuck Corey. That don't even exist.
Okay.
They're actually gonna finesse him out of the phone. I want to see this.
Because I give them to her.
Where's my $30?
As well as
Where's my $30?
I don't want him to be robbed. We're not gonna let these kids rob him. But see what happens when he says, "I deserve to be robbed," and then he gets robbed. See what happens?
They
He
should
doesn't
take the
wanna
phone.
get robbed because nobody wants.
In my opinion, I think they should take the phone because they never gonna understand it until it happens.
Huh?
you should be.
Should be what?
You should be upset with people like me.
I am. That's why I'm finna rob your dumbass. The fuck?
That's why I'm finna rob you, dumbass.
I mean,
why?
you-
Because
you
you're
can't.
on indigenous land, not your
Yeah.
land. My people's land. Fuck is you talking about? Nope. I can do whatever the
He's using the voice against him.
fuck I please on my land.
I got $10.
Give me $10.
Man, I know you got more than $30. Show me your wallet.
No way. 3 of them just spawned in. 3 of them just fucking spawned in right here.
They tend to do that. You ever been to a fight in public? If it involves a black guy, there's gonna be like 10 more black people show up to help him. That's just how it works, man. Don't get into a fight with a black guy. Especially if it's like on their land.
Bet you got
Go to the
$30.
bank. Go to the bank.
Go to the... Bro. Oh, I don't have any money. Go to the bank.
You know what?
Wait, we still getting the phone. Let me get the phone.
We still getting the phone. Let me get the phone. So he gives them the money, and then they say, okay, well, now I want the phone too.
You see how the cycle works? I said I wouldn't take the phone. My little from the other hand.
So he's got all these kids that are lining up to have some stuff stolen from. You can't make this up. I love this. In this specific instance, I would be okay with a black guy robbing a white man. I think that we all would. I think that we need to see more of this. Now, I'm not advocating for committing crime, but I am saying that if that's what's happened to them, you wouldn't have any more of these people.
You should be upset with people like me.
I am. That's why I'm finna rob your dumbass. The fuck?
Absolute cinema. That is one of the best videos that I've seen all year. Fuck around, find out, I guess. That's what you get for virtue signaling, you dumbass. We've got some massive Iron Mouse VTuber drama to go over.
So there's a giant controversy right now going on with like Iron Mouse and some of the Twitch streamers, and I'm gonna warn you right now, it is one of the most brain rot things you will ever see, which is saying a lot because there's obviously a lot of brain rot out there nowadays, but this is like near the top of it for sure. And so quick overview, the first clip is going to be, I think, from the Streamer Awards. Iron Mouse is there on screen, and these 2 streamers come up, Rakai and someone else, and they start like asking Iron Mouse questions. Then later on, Iron Mouse will talk about the incident, and I'll play that clip as well. So let's start again with the incident itself.
Oh, is that that's Iron Mouse. What's the word? Oh, what's the word?
Hey, Iron Mouse.
How you doing? Post me. Oh, wait, where you at?
What?
Where you at?
I'm at my house.
Oh, okay.
Iron Mouse, you are a legend.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's up?
What's up?
Wait, quick question. Never mind. I don't feel me.
Yeah,
Never mind.
no questions out of you today.
Yeah.
No questions out of you.
Yeah.
Ask me anything you want.
Okay, bet.
Okay, I got a question.
How you look in real life?
Whoa.
I don't look in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, ugly. That's why I'm a VTuber, duh.
You're right.
I got a question.
Are you black or white?
I'm Latino. I'm Puerto Rican.
Whoa! Caloque.
Is Peanut technically a VTuber or not?
Am I technically a
No,
VTuber?
Peanut.
Oh, man, he's a fucking VTuber. What the fuck?
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay. All right, nice to meet you, Iron Mouse.
By the way, that's some straight up autistic energy that Iron Mouse is putting out. That, like, swearing way too much in a really awkward way. Like, no, he's a fucking VTuber. What the fuck? Like, that's such a weird response. That's like something that an autistic kid would respond with that kind of energy.
So it seems like these people are suffering from severe brain rot, to say the least, and maybe they, didn't mean anything bad by that. That's just how they are. But there is a bit more context that we'll go over later on in the video regarding like prior comments that one streamer, Ray, had made about Iron Mouse, so keep that in mind. As for the other streamer, Rakai, the only thing I know about that dude is that's the streamer who made Ludwig crash out a few weeks ago. So that was hilarious when he was like hitting on Cutie Cinderella and Ludwig put on this real tough guy act saying stuff like, oh yeah, I totally beat that guy up, but he's 16, so I can't. That's a whole side thing though. Moving on from that, we'll now continue by taking a look at Iron Mouse's response to the clip that you just watched.
Me talking to Rakai and Ray, and a lot of people were saying that I'm basically trying to appeal to people, appease people, fit in with people, I'm bending over backwards for people, which that is so untrue. You have no idea what I went through in that moment, so let me explain to you.
I fucking hate this response that she gives. It's so gross. I don't like Iron Mouse. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I've not really liked Iron Mouse this entire time that I've known Iron Mouse, or known who she is. I don't know Iron Mouse. She just seems super fake, like all the other streamers. I don't care that she's got some kind of disease, some autoimmune disease. That means nothing to me because I don't know her. All I can go off is her personality, and I'm not gonna give her an out just because her life is a little bit hard.
I'm trying to be nice to everybody, and I'm trying to be respectful to everyone. Even if somebody doesn't respect me, I will try my best to be respectful to them, because I'm just not the type of person to be like, oh, they disrespected me. Let me disrespect them right back.
All right, well then you're not allowed to cry. You're not allowed to cry about people saying mean things to you online if you're not gonna defend yourself. If you're just gonna allow yourself to be a punching bag, I don't feel sorry for you. Oh, people are so mean to me, even though I'm trying to be so nice. Oh, the world, it's so bad. Give me money, everybody. Feel bad for me. Feel sorry for me. I'm trying to be anonymous. I'm trying to stay behind a screen.
I was very much aware that I was on camera. I was very much aware that they were streaming, okay? And I'm here with Rob, and we're walking, getting ready to go to our seats, and I get rushed by Rakai and Ray. I will tell you 100%, I was very uncomfortable to the point where I was shaking.
Oh, she was literally shaking, guys. She was literally shaking. Holy shit, how fucking pathetic. You are in a room, hiding behind a screen. You're not actually there, and you're literally shaking. Like, give me a fucking break. Man, I wanted to be on Iron Mouse's side on this so bad. But she's just another streamer. You know what I mean? It's just so fucking fake.
Because I already knew that I was going to get asked something terrible. I knew that they were going to say something rude to me.
Then why didn't you just tell them to fuck off or tell somebody else to tell them to fuck off? I don't get it. It is such a non-issue. You dumb bitch. Holy shit.
I've been in this game for multiple years, and I've been doing this for a long time. When a person asks me a stupid question, I give them a stupid answer. They asked me what I look like, so I gave them the dumbest answer that I could give them. I was incredibly uncomfortable. I wanted to get out of there. I did not want to talk to them because I knew they were going to ask me very invasive questions. And I was trying to be cordial. I was trying to be nice. It wasn't me trying to appease anybody. It was just me answering in a stupid fashion to get them to leave me alone. They asked me what I looked like, so I said, of course, I'm ugly. That's why I'm a VTuber. And people thought that I was joking around and I was having a great time. I am faced with a lot of uncomfortable moments.
Yep, and this is what all of that fake-ass virtue signaling bullshit gets you. Nothing, absolutely nothing. It gets you embarrassed. You trying to be the bigger person, the nicer person, in a fake way, ends up getting you completely fucked. And I'm laughing about it.
I get disrespected a lot. On stream, off stream, I'm so used to people making fun of me that I just don't care anymore. I don't care if people are mean to me. I don't care if people make fun of me.
Well, you're making this big, long response about it, so obviously you do care that people are mean to you. This is so fucking stupid, man. Like, why would you even do this? You should have just come out and said, fuck the two of them, I'm out! And that's it. You could have just made a 5-second video. But no, she had to farm the drama.
I'm gonna continue to be positive and as respectful as I can. I'm an adult, man. I'm not a kid. I know when somebody's treating me like shit.
The adult who was literally shaking, hiding in a room behind a screen, wasn't actually there, gets confronted as one of those fucking South Park iPads. You're an adult, and you're crying about this. A couple of guys came up to me, well, not me, the robot version of me, and made robot version of me very uncomfortable. But I'm an adult. But their words, they hurt me. Like, what are you, 4 years old? You're not an adult. It's something like that upsets you. Like, get the fuck out of here. This is so fucking fake. Welcome to the real world, bitch. People get uncomfortable sometimes. Well, I guess she's still technically not in the real world. She's just, you know, got a camera peeking in at the real world and is still saying she's uncomfortable.
But I don't know. I think I've gone through a lot where it's like I keep a level head and I just say what I gotta say and I get out.
I don't really follow Twitch streamers or Twitch culture that much at all. You know, I'll talk about the clips that are going around, but I'm not really like tapped into it. So maybe I'm wrong here, but again, I just got the impression that they're just suffering from brain rot, but they didn't really like mean anything bad by that encounter. Sure, they did ask some questions that are considered taboo in VTuber culture, but these are people who clearly are not like following VTuber culture, so I don't think they knew about that or meant anything bad by it. But again, I could be totally wrong here.
Taboo in the VTuber culture. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if VTubers don't like something that people don't know about. I don't care if some culture doesn't like something that I do. They can go fuck themselves. I'm gonna do what I want. If it's not breaking the law, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna try and make them uncomfortable, but I'm also not gonna like try and cater to their feelings.
It's just unfortunate to me. I'm sad to see Iron Mouse was uncomfortable by that, and I view Iron Mouse as someone who's like one of the hardest working streamers out there. Like, not even like category of VTuber, but like streamer overall. I would put Iron Mouse at the top of like hard working. She's got a very impressive work ethic. So yeah, like I said, it's too bad. I'm gonna sound like a broken record though, so we'll just move on. There is one last piece of the puzzle though that I'm trying to put together, which is apparently Ray had said some like bad stuff about Iron Mouse before in 2024 over her beating Kai Cenat at the Streamer Awards, which again, bro, the Streamer Awards, come on, but whatever. Besides the point.
I don't even fucking care about streamers getting jealous that other streamers won awards. So I'm just gonna skip over this part. I'm gonna move on.
Situation's dead now. Except it's not, because it just got worse. Because apparently Bro has since gone on stream once again, and this time is saying like F Iron Mouse and her mom, or calling her an MF or something. I don't know. I'm seeing like different translations because this part was in his native language. And there is a clip of that. I will play that clip for you after we get through the rest of the context. Now, just for the record, because I don't want to be like unintentionally and inadvertently spreading misinfo here, I think Iron Mouse does have her legs. I don't know what Bro was talking about in that part, but she does have an immune deficiency disorder, and she still beats the odds by being like one of the hardest working streamers out there. Again, I think she's got like crazy impressive work ethic, and I do respect her for that. I also try to be fair to Ray and Rakai. You know, yesterday I mentioned in my coverage that these two dudes are not familiar with VTuber culture. Ray maybe didn't know like not to ask those questions, even though it's kind of like, bro, you could ask anything, and he already knows about her health issues. Why are you gonna ask where you at and what do you look like?
Yeah, he's just retarded. Like I don't even fucking care.
Good morning and welcome to the sunniest day in England. And today I just wanted to take a moment to talk to you about my current thoughts on the streaming landscape, and particularly about IRL content and its ramifications on society as a whole.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what Sea-Dog has to say, Iron Mouse's friend, has to say about current streaming culture. You know, the guy who had Hassan Piker on his podcast.
You see, IRL is an amazing genre where you get to show the world through the lens of a camera and experience sometimes new amazing cultures, sometimes get to meet authentic and genuine people and share a genuine connection. But a lot of what it's turned into nowadays is people just going around in public with massive fucking entourages and crews of people, pointing a camera in someone's face, flashing lights at them, having 20, 30, 40,000 people making fun of them and making this random person who's maybe just working or just going about their day the butt of a joke.
Well, you see, I think kind of this should be allowed. I don't like it. It's not cool, but I definitely think that it should be allowed in public. People should be allowed to film in public. And that's that. And if you don't like it, don't be there, I guess. Don't be in a city. That's my take. You don't want these kinds of things that happen in cities to happen to you. Don't be in the cities. There are so many other problems that cities have that IRL streamers walking around making people feel a little bit uncomfortable isn't really that big of a fucking deal to me.
And even if they're okay with being filmed, I still think you should probably just check that it's okay to put someone on fucking camera and put them in front of a massive audience where they could lose their job. They could have horrific anxiety for the fact that they were just going about their fucking day. And then these bellends who are there to make money and to make someone else content.
Me, as a streamer, I don't see how any of that is my fucking problem. Me, how I make other people feel. How I make other people think, how they feel. I don't give a shit. These types of people like Sea-Dog basically are the ones who let the Muslims take over the UK.
So yeah, that's how I currently feel on a lot of live streaming. And then to top it all off, we have to sit there and award these people and say they're amazing and they're the best, when all they fucking do is just go around and monetize life. I mean, quite frankly, it's a lot of slop. But you know what? Good for them. And I'm sure people will disagree and not be happy with what I've said here today. But yeah, I think you can stream in public without being a bellend. I think it's very simple. You just got to ask people if they're cool being on camera. Just got to make sure that it's okay first. It's not difficult.
You got to ask people if they're cool to be on camera. Get the fuck out of here with that fucking shit. No.
Anyway, have a good day, guys. I'm going to go and uninstall this fucking horrific app.
I think Connor made some pretty reasonable points.
I don't. I think he completely missed. I don't like nuisance streamers, but he isn't talking about nuisance streamers. He's talking about IRL streamers, and he just briefly mentions nuisance streamers.
Especially about like the nuisance streamers. So I'm just going to run through one thing I disagree with him on, which is when he says like they need to sit there and give awards to these people, which, you know, implies that Connor is referring to the streamer awards as the we. And like, we need to award these people. What I'm getting at is, if you watch my videos, you can probably already tell, I don't like the streamer awards. I think it's a corrupt, nepotistic, cronyistic, circle jerk event. Very obnoxious. And just something that, like, I can't imagine why anyone would even want to partake in that. So I don't think y'all need to give awards out to people. You already curate who you give awards to and who can even get nominated to begin with, because it's, you know, fake like that. So you don't need to give these people awards. You pick other people who can't get nominated at all, you know? So there is that. Plus, no one's forcing you to even do that dumb event anyways. Like, Cutie Cinderella and all of them could just not do that. The world doesn't need a streamer award event.
It's not even really a streamer event. It's a Twitch streamer event. Full of all of the Twitch inner circle.
One might even argue that the world would be better off without it even existing. But everything else he said is like very reasonable take. So again, I got like nothing else to say on it, but I will take a second to criticize the streamer awards because it's relevant to what he said there. And you guys know I don't like that event at all. And I think this whole situation is just justifying all of us who don't like that event even more. I mean, what a mess. What a joke of an event.
You know, and I'm a guy that loves the pageantry of these things. I'm a guy that loves, like, the drama, like the build-up, the suspense. It's exciting for me. Jesus. Do y'all get how fucking gay y'all sound? It's insane. Like, you really care this much about... Oh, I mean, first of all, they were nominated, right? Like, I understand if you're going to get upset because your favorite streamer is, like, being blacklisted and people are rigging the votes. I understand that, but, like, I mean, so many VTubers got nominated. It's like, who cares, right? Burnt Peanut won, and let's just be completely real, guys. We all know he's not a VTuber. Who gives a fuck? Oh my God, he's, what? I can't jerk off to him, so I don't want him in our who cares?
I actually think that it's great that he's not technically a VTuber, and he's pissing off all of the VTubers because he took their award. Oh no, not the award! It's the end of VTubing as we know it!
You know, Burnt Peanut won a VTuber award. People look to Iron Mouse for solace, and oh my God, what is our queen gonna say this time? I find their content cringe, which I find the majority of VTubers' content cringe. What do you want me to say, guys? I'm 31 years old. Turning 32 this month. It was cool back in the day when I played gotcha games all the time, and I was like, you know, mid-20s. But a lot of VTubing content is pretty cringe, I'm not gonna lie, and that's okay. If you like that, you like that, who cares? I also think all the W community shit is cringe. I think a lot of the Poggers content is fucking cringe. I think a lot of shit is cringe. To be honest, I think the majority of streaming is cringe. Why the fuck are you watching somebody you don't know play some shit that you could be playing yourself for 30 hours a day? I'm sorry, it's lame as shit. I'm gonna be real, I don't feel like listening to 30-year-old women pretending to be little girls and sing songs. Okay, that's lame. Now, what I will watch is whatever new VTuber model they debut and be like, oh, I wonder if they're showing too much hip. Are they gonna get banned? Man, look at those boobs. So Iron Mouse is on their iPad because they're sick and they get jump scared by Rush Hour 4. I don't give a fuck about Rakai at all. I think the kid's annoying as fuck. I think he's stupid as shit. And well, I don't think that, I know that. And that's kind of the appeal of him. What Iron Mouse said to this interaction was that it left her visibly shaking. And if that's not cringe enough, people believed her. Why did Iron Mouse say that Burnt Peanut is a VTuber when everybody knows that he's not? First of all, it doesn't matter. Second of all, Iron Mouse is trying very hard to remain mainstream. And what do you do when you want to remain mainstream? You don't burn any bridges. Peace, love, happiness to everybody, and you appeal to the lowest common denominator, idiots, so that way they'll join you.
Celebrities have been doing this throughout time. That's how you get people who just constantly eat up all of the Kim Kardashian content. That was the people back in the day who were into Paris Hilton.
Iron Mouse knows that Burnt Peanut's not a VTuber. However, she doesn't want to burn that bridge, and she wants Burnt Peanut's viewers to watch her because, guys, people are going to put their logic and morals aside just to get some more relationships, just to get some more collabs. Sorry, I'm just telling you how the fuck it is. That's the God's honest truth. Why are we all dunking on Rakai and Raisin Boy right now? Because it's popular. It is. If this video were to be me shitting on Raisin Boy and Rakai, oh, this video would be doing so much better. I can't tell you how many people who love VTubers who are already upset at me for not defending their fucking 30-year-old queen Iron Mouse, okay? I want to tell you guys how parasocial you are.
Yeah, man, fuck them all. They're all a bunch of retards, even Tectone. Look at him, he's fucking bald.
You are defending a 30-year-old woman being harassed over an iPad by 2 children. You are defending a 30-year-old adult over just saying there's some dumb kids. Oh my God. I'm sorry, bro. If you're on a fucking iPad and someone's making you uncomfortable, go like this. Turn off the screen. Disconnect. Holy shit.
Hey, man, that's what I said. This whole iPad thing is so fucking stupid, dude.
You were shaking? That's the most cringe shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Once again, I had no bad blood versus Iron Mouse at all. I don't care. I actually, I'm cool with the majority of VTubers. I don't care. They're fine. But to say some cringe-ass shit like that just to throw some shade towards Raisin Boy and Rikai, that's some dumbass shit. That's some dumbass shit. They say, well, why are these little kids streaming anyways? Because they can. Streamers are 13 and up. It's the fucking TOS. Who cares? Now, obviously, the mental effect that Raisin Boy and Rikai are going to be experiencing after being involved in the streaming space this long for this early, they're fucked. Like, they're fucked. They're fucked. I mean, dude, Nina Lynn already got a collab out of Raisin Boy. Yep, they already did that. A blatant sexual assaulter has tricked a child into collabing with him for more clout. It's disgusting, I agree.
Oh, we're gonna be talking about Nina Lynn here coming up shortly. Got some breaking news.
By the way, do you guys remember that Hassan shocked his dog? I don't understand why we're treating Iron Mouse like she's a child. I don't understand why we're treating Iron Mouse like she couldn't have defended herself or like she didn't have an out. I think this whole culture of being overprotective of women and claiming that they're like brain dead, defenseless retards does a lot more harm than good and actually causes a lot of men a lot of issues when every interaction with a man and a woman is underneath a fucking magnifying glass trying to figure out, was she uncomfortable? Did he go within 5 inches of her? Did he make eye contact with anything below the neck? I'm pretty sure that was rape, guys. If you are defending Iron Mouse right now, and if you are saying that they're in the right now, you are clout driven or you are retarded. Pick one. That's it. If you can't banter with a child without having a mental breakdown, maybe streaming's not for you.
Did you guys see that Burnt Peanut won VTuber of the year, and all the other VTubers that have placed like tens of thousands of dollars on their silly little anime girl outfits that for their VTubing are all mad that this guy that's using a filter to cosplay as a peanut playing Arc Raiders won VTuber of the year with like
it's funny you say that because
setup.
To me his is 10,000 times better than theirs.
Hey man, how do you feel about your chat and fan base being nothing but disgusting towards Iron Mouse after she defended you publicly?
No, good sir. No.
This is, man, I absolutely love, and you can tell these people, not Burnt Peanut, but you can tell like the people that are super chatting and donating, you can absolutely tell they're like 12-year-olds. Right? Because they have this weird belief structure that your community or your chat is somehow you. So if somebody takes it upon themselves and goes and attacks another streamer, because maybe that they perceive you're in a beef with them, they will be angry at the streamer.
Hassan Piker loves to do this, especially Asmongold. He'll go into Asmongold's chat and just pick out his chat and pretend that his chat is Asmongold.
And the streamer didn't do anything.
No. You see that? That's a VTuber right there. Listen up, 40-year-old man in a 15-year-old anime 2D VTubing suit. Listen up. Listen real close. It is not my community saying anything bad to Iron Mouse. Maybe here, there, maybe some light comments, but I've heard she's been getting death threats. I've heard people have been saying disgusting things, and let me tell you who that is. Let me tell you who that is. That's not the fun-loving bungulator sitting back on his couch watching the stream for a couple hours of work. You know who that is? Take a quick guess. Take a quick guess which community that is. Guess which community that is. It's the community that can't handle that she congratulated us for winning.
Yep. That's exactly where I thought that was going to go. Iron Mouse congratulated him on winning the VTuber award. And likely adjacent Iron Mouse fans or Iron Mouse fans themselves are freaking the fuck out. Right? Because again, like I said, your most loyal fans, your absolute most loyal fans, when they feel like you betrayed them, they will destroy you. You know, I've had people in my community where for literally nothing I did, like maybe somebody got banned on in my Discord back when I used to use Discord, right? Like maybe somebody got banned on Discord and they would take it upon themselves to take like another 10 Discord people and make them all hate me and passionate about hating me. And then they would create a hate group that hates me who had nothing to do with any of it because they're fucking insane.
And that's not to mention the people who just jump right on board right out the gate who are just hate watchers. I've got people in my comments that are just there constantly. Like almost every single video that I do, I notice it's the same names shitting all over me or thinking they're shitting all over me. They're just hate watchers. People love to be mad about things that have nothing to do with them and also aren't fucking real.
You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of people out there searching for something, searching for fulfillment that are incredibly lonely, and they attach themselves to creators. And then once they feel betrayed, they want to kill these creators. And they never like take a second to take a fucking step back and look in the mirror and be like, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing exactly? They never take a step back and just think, wait, what the hell am I doing right now?
May I repeat? The 40-year-old men cosplaying as 15-year-old anime girls. That's who's doing that. I swear it. I would place every dollar I've ever made on it. That's how confident I am. 1,000%. I'm telling you, they've dug a hole. If people didn't like VTubers before, get ready for a fucking wave, pal. Get ready for a fucking wave. Because that was, honestly, I know it's all the VTubers, and I kind of feel bad for the good ones. I kind of feel bad for the ones that congratulated us. Because half that fucking community just made them look like shit. I feel bad for the good ones, like Iron Mouse and those. They don't deserve that. They don't deserve that. They do not deserve that, because a bunch of them just made the community look like shit.
We got the legendary Mujin here saying, wonderful, exactly what we needed to hear at a time like this. He just destroyed any goodwill anyone might have had for him, made Iron Mouse's life worse, plus VTubers that congratulated him, and has indirectly given his community the pass to continue harassment, worst case scenario. And then we got Kitsunero, the one and only Kitsu, saying, I'm getting hate and harassment and death threats for days now. Still today, I'm getting harassed by people that have Bungulator in their name, or just posting a peanut picture, but because I didn't congratulate him, that's okay, I guess. Sure, it's not all of his community, and probably a bunch of them just using his name to spread hate, but he should have denounced it nonetheless, because there are definitely bad eggs in his community.
Trying to pretend that there's not bad people in your, in quotes, communities is like saying, I love my town. Everyone here is a good person. Not a single bad person amongst them. Obviously, there's going to be bad people.
This man just admitted that being a TikTok prankster destroyed his life, as he's now back on social media after getting arrested for his content, called out on national television, and banned from posting online for 2 years.
You know, I forget that TikTok is even a thing. Is TikTok even relevant? Does it count as being relevant anymore? Nobody really talks about TikTok.
Do you get your kicks out of doing that?
Not necessarily, but you can say that this whole public outroar just makes me laugh because people are getting hurt over something that didn't happen to them.
But you know, except for planning a more degenerate return to social media like so many others like IRL streamers that we've covered in the past did, he spent these 2 years offline completely changing his life. He became a father of 2, went back to school for media, and got himself a construction job. And honestly, this needs to be celebrated. Someone learning their lesson and deciding to provide value to society, that is amazing. amazing. I still completely despise what he did for clout and attention back in the day. But at the end of the day, we want people to actually better themselves, change their lives, and leave a positive impact on society. So now the 2-year social media ban has passed and he's finally allowed to go back online and is now posting social media content encouraging others to do the same as him instead of chasing clout through shot content.
Hello world, after 2 long years, I am back! You probably know me as that kid that was walking into random houses, doing madness, riding bikes in places, jumping over people, stealing people's dogs. Yeah, blasphemy, Baphonomany. That's what I was on still. But now I've reformed, I've changed as a person. You've probably seen on the news, I've been working, I've been looking after my kids.
I bet you didn't expect this to actually be good news. I don't just watch all the drama slop, I watch all the good stuff too, man.
You guys know I love a follow-up story on this channel, and even more so when it's actually a positive one and not someone who's completely throwing away their life like so many of the others we covered. Cough, cough, Johnny Somali over here. Because today we're talking about the now ex-nuisance creator Mizzy, or Bakari Ogaro, a 21-year-old from East London who I've covered extensively here on this channel in the past. In fact, from May of 2023 until April of 2024, I made about 5 videos covering his antics, which included trespassing into someone's house, filming them without their permission, which, you know, made him viral in the first place. Then he was disrupting a whole bunch of businesses, breaking into a cockpit of a train, subway surfing on the top of buses. He was doing everything. But I feel like one of the worst things he did was stealing an elder lady's dog. He did return it, but not before scaring the absolute crap of her and, you know, running pretty much a block away from her. So she genuinely thought her dog was gone forever, most likely. Either way, though, he went on to multiple national talk shows to be publicly bashed and shamed, and then he was finally arrested, banned, and essentially thrown off the internet. Like in a court-ordered way, the UK government literally banned him from using social media. But since Mizzy's social media ban was officially lifted just recently, he's been back showing a more wholesome side, promoting hard work and focusing on family.
This is a great example of a guy who just got, you know, humiliated online. He actually did some real, actual bad shit, though. I will give everybody that. But, like, this guy beat the lol cow status. He didn't come back and keep crashing out and being a fucking retard and basically content for us to humiliate and make fun of. This is a content creator redemption story, and I love to see it. We need more of it, man. This is how you do it. You leave for a while, you come back and do some cool shit. You change everything, you stop being an asshole. Actually be entertaining and actually be a good person, and don't just, you know, pretend.
And obviously, this is a massive difference from when I first started covering Mizzy, because that was back in 2023, and the first time I covered him was over the whole trespassing into strangers' homes. That video went extremely viral on TikTok and caused a ton of outrage, since it's illegal. Also, not only is it trespassing, but if he did something in a state that has stand your ground laws, he might have not been here today. It's safe to say things could have gone really bad. Because, I mean, it wasn't too long ago, we had a situation in Virginia where a TikToker lost their life off of doing this ding-dong ditch prank. But this video led to his account being banned, but it also somehow resulted in him appearing on the Piers Morgan show and essentially doubling down on his behavior. And he also used the excuse that UK laws are just too chill, which is kind of hilarious because in a way, he was kind of breaking the fourth wall in England there, because when even the dudes who are committing crimes are like, yo, the laws are too weak, maybe they are.
Oh, dude. Don't even get me started. I can talk about weak laws and how some laws don't need to be laws. We're going after people for dumbass reasons and not going after people for crazy reasons.
But that comment did go on to backfire because they ended up punishing him for this.
This week, a social media prankster named Mizzy has generated headlines and abject outrage for so-called pranks, which mostly involve just terrorizing innocent bystanders. London's Met Police announced they were looking for Mizzy, real name Bakari Bronze Ogaro. The law caught up with him, and today he was fined £365 and given a criminal behaviour order, which is supposed to ban him from posting to social media without the written permission of the people in his video.
I wouldn't really call it terrorizing, I would just call it more having fun.
one, let's get this out of the way first. You see this situation that blew up on the internet, the walking into random houses? The next day, I apologized to the woman because I felt bad, innit? She recorded me apologizing to her. I told her sorry and she explained that she was terrified because her children were in the house. And I understood
What were you doing in the house?
What was I doing in the house? I don't know, it was a stupid video. Like, I got hair pressure to say.
It was somebody else's fault.
I'm not blaming it on no one else.
I mean, you break into a house with a woman and a husband and
I went into the house on my own accord.
You went through their door, right? But it's not your house. You're not supposed to be in there.
Oh, no.
You are causing a lot of alarm to that poor woman and to her children who are in the house. I also care about the fact you've only got a tiny fine today, no deterrent to you whatsoever. You don't show any real remorse. You don't really care, do you?
The UK laws are weak, simple as. And that's not, the UK laws are weak, simple as, and that's not my fault.
So I guess all of this new spotlight on his content caused people to highlight his other concerning videos, like the one where he steals this old lady's dog in the park, which I mentioned earlier. Yeah, I mean, there was a reason I was covering this dude so much back in the day, because I was genuinely shocked at what he did for social media attention. Like randomly jumping on the back of a man who's just standing in the street. The way he's tackling an unsuspecting stranger would scare anyone to make them assume they are being attacked. He also ran up on random people asking them if they wanted to, which is obviously insanely stupid and unsafe. And like I said earlier, that could easily have some fatal consequences if he tried something like that in the US. But Mizzy admits later on that he just wanted clout, and he knew that if he wanted to do this, he had to keep on raising the stakes. He had to do crazier and crazier stuff, and clearly that was a disaster waiting to happen.
Man, I really wanted this so bad to be what Johnny Somali's story is. Maybe it still will be. Maybe his prison time, maybe all this time that he was forced to spend in Korea, maybe it'll turn him around and make him be a better person, make him make good content. I doubt it, because something like this is rare.
Because that's unfortunately the trap a lot of these nuisance streamers and TikTok pranksters fall into that we cover here on this channel. And yeah, it's safe to say he raised the stakes enough because the police got interested in his content. And unfortunately for him, he was going to face not only social repercussions, but also legal ones. Because in May of 2023, a judge issued him a 2-year criminal behavior order, including that he must not directly or indirectly post videos on social media without the documented consent of the people featured in the content. Then, of course, immediately, he violated this order and was charged with 3 breaches of criminal behavior orders. So then, a judge actually found Mizzy guilty and sentenced him to 18 months in jail. And not only that, he was also given a social media ban that was set to last until November of 2025. So, just this last month. But during that ban, I did actually speak to him briefly through Instagram DMs, and I shared that conversation in my video I made in April 2024. And even at that time, Mizzy seemed to allude his redemption arc and inevitable comeback. He told me about being a new father and that he was going back to school and getting a real job. And this time, he wasn't only a father of one, but since welcomed another child into the world. And he attributes a lot of his discipline and inspiration to his 2 kids. And honestly, it's admirable to see someone recognize when they really need to make a change and support the people that depend on them. And finally, on November 25th, Mizzy made his official return to social media with an Instagram post where he was dressed in his work clothes and addressing where he's been. Honestly, good for him. So he says his old videos were terrible and that he's learned from his mistakes, but he does say he's returning to making content, just in a completely different style. Here he teased music, a kick stream, vlogs, and joining the YouTube boxing scene. So that'll be interesting to see how all of that unfolds, but his new content so far seems to be talking about how he got into construction and how he got his life back together.
You know, honestly, if he plays the game, if he plays the system well enough, I could see him being a big name, at least, you know, somebody that everybody knows. Might not be like a top guy, or at least knows for a little while. Maybe he'll get himself in the middle of some drama, and I don't know, we'll see. It's bound to happen if you're here on social media in 2025, moving into 2026. Caleb Hammer. I mean, he's kind of an asshole. He crashes out a lot. I don't know. The internet's weird nowadays. It causes people to go insane. You have to have the right mindset.
And even teaches people how to follow his steps and get a trade job in the UK. And I mean, after seeing these videos, I'm like, wow, this is a really positive improvement here. Like, I am genuinely so happy to see this outcome, and I'm just hoping it stays. And honestly, what's crazy is Mizzy is only 21, and it seems like he's matured quite a bit in the last 2 years. Meanwhile, we have Johnny across the pond stuck in South Korea at 26, and I don't even think he's even close to being mature enough to take accountability like Mizzy did here. So it seems like Mizzy rebranded from an annoying nuisance streamer to an inspirational dad dad vlogger in less than 3 years, so hopefully he doesn't return to harassing people for attention online. Because I'm all for a redemption arc, especially if the lesson to the viewer is doing shock content for clout will only result in bad things, and true fulfillment comes from hard work and taking care of the people you love.
And now we're back to the drama slop. All right, let's go.
And did you see this? They're trying to get you deplatformed. People are not even watching the clip. What is this here? This is another meltdown. Asmongold essentially saying, we are going to kill all trans people and it's their fault. For sure. That's exactly what I was trying to say. While smirking and having no understanding of the political landscape or the fact that he does not actually have any power within it. A perfect encapsulation of online chuds and dweebs like him. What do you think happens whenever people like me or people that are more extreme than me inevitably get control of the government?
Yeah, man, you don't want me to be the leader. Or I don't know, maybe you do. I don't know. People are fucking insane.
What do you think happens to all the people that were tweeting nonstop about trans kids? What happens to them? That's right. I'm not talking about 17. We're talking about 7. No reasonable, normal person spends this much time trying to communicate and advocate for kids to be confused about their gender. This is crazy. And now you can see why these people are so extreme. It's because I think on some very, very base level, they know their days are numbered. That's right. The days of going out, advocating for violence.
Just so that we're clear, this was Baldy's direct response after Niara viral tweet was advocating for Asmon to face real-world consequences.
And we all know what that means. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. This kind of shit is all these people think about. That's why it's always what they post about. Whenever you look through their accounts, it's always the same shit. And whatever they're posting about constantly is what they're thinking about. Whenever I'm not doing internet shit, whenever I'm not making content, I'm doing like other shit. I'm doing family shit. I'm doing farm shit. Playing video games. Like I have hobbies. I do shit, man. I like fuck with file systems and servers and shit for fun. Like this is all these people do and all that they think about. They're deranged.
And eventually, people will actually come in that will weaponize the FBI to go after online threats, to go after people that are trying to communicate with minors and discuss gender transitions with them. It's going to happen. I guarantee it. I don't even have to edit down Niara's words. Wants to push HRT to prepubescent kids openly.
If they can't consent to HRT, if they can't decide which puberty they want to go through, how do you, like, justify forcing them through puberty?
Yeah, your days are numbered. This is like a 90-10 issue. I understand that inside of some enclaves of mentally ill retards on Reddit, they think this is normal. This is not normal at all. This is insane. This is absolutely fucking insane. And you're talking about prepubescent children. We're not talking about a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old. And I also want to say that if you care about trans people, you will repudiate this person.
And these are the type of people that Burnt Peanut was talking about, where the VTuber community is just gonna have a complete implosion, a complete downfall. And people like Iron Mouse, who I think is kind of a bad person, isn't a bad person on the same level that this person is. Like, I would still hang out with Iron Mouse, and we would have a good time. I'd have a conversation, I'd do collabs, I'd hang out with Iron Mouse. Even if Iron Mouse was just an iPad. This person here, probably not. It probably wouldn't end up like that, even if I tried.
Now I actually doubled down and made another video about me. HRT, then they can't consent to puberty.
If they can't consent to it's crazy to me, like how people still don't understand the take. Puberty induced through HRT is mechanically the same as puberty induced through your natural produced hormones. So if you're saying that, oh, because 16-year-olds do not know their gender identity, they don't know if they're a boy or a girl, they don't know the right path.
You don't go through puberty at 16.
You give them puberty blockers in order to give them time and so on. But a lot of these people are like, no, you have to go through your quote-unquote natural puberty before you go on HRT, right? You have to wait.
Oh my god, this person's gonna get gay marriage banned. This radicalizes people so much against LGBT stuff. This is the reason why support for gay marriage is going down.
For some reason, HRT is something irreversible, life ruination or whatnot, and puberty is like this holy,
come back to reality. Yeah, I know.
Thing.
Just to be absolutely clear, we are not talking about psychological counseling. We are not talking about puberty blockers. We are talking about hormone replacement therapy to children, the effects of which are permanent and irreversible.
You know what else is irreversible and permanent? Puberty.
Again, cry about it. Everything else, this has an expiration date. All you need to do is show people that clip and imagine what most parents are going to think.
I have some opinions on marriage in general, and it has nothing to do with gay marriage. I think that we shouldn't have marriage with the government at all. I think they shouldn't be involved. I think that marriage should be just, you know, completely separate. And it's kind of a religious thing, but, you know, other religions exist. You can marry whatever you want. I don't really give a fuck, you know? That shit has nothing to do with me, and I think that it should have nothing to do with the government.
So violently mentally ill leftists are trying to cancel Asmongold. Yes! Again! So the first reason that they're trying to cancel Asmongold right now is because he's racist! You know that word that nobody cares about anymore because they overused it so much that it literally has no meaning, no weight, and no sustenance to it. Like, they literally will call you racist for anything and everything that you could possibly disagree with them on. If you voice one little thing, they are going to cannibalize you. That's why a lot of people left the left to go to the right, because they were just tired of being nitpicked and virtue signaled constantly. So let's actually take a look and see what was so hateful and bigoted that Asmongold said that pissed so many of these leftists off, and why they want to see him taken off the internet.
The Declaration of Independence is written in English. The State of the Union every year is spoken in English. Every law is in English. Every stop sign is English. Everything everywhere is English. It's an English country.
So they literally are trying to cancel him because he's saying that if you live in the United States of America, which is an English-speaking country, that you should speak English. Like, you're not going to know how to navigate living in this country if you don't speak English. And if you're not willing to learn, you should probably just get the fuck out.
An English-speaking country. If you don't speak English, you need to go.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I believe that he's right. I think he's absolutely 1000% based. If you can't get with the language that we're all speaking, if you can't assimilate and communicate, you don't need to be here. Like, you can absolutely go back to whatever fucking country they do clicks and type shit in, bro. Over here, we're on this English-speaking type shit. Now, the second reason that they're trying to cancel him right now is even more bizarre, but I doubt that it'll be a shock to you. It's about his position on whether or not it's okay to try to sexually transition children, which should never, ever, ever be a thing. And I don't know why this ever had to be any sort of a discussion. This is grotesque, demonic type behavior. It's predatory against children sexually. And the fact that we have to argue this in 2025 is violently mentally retarded.
And I think that it's only gonna get worse.
Do you see this? They're trying to get you deplatformed. People are not even watching the clip. What is this here? This is another meltdown. Asmongold essentially saying, we are going to kill all trans people and it's their fault. For sure. That's exactly what I was trying to say. While smirking and having no understanding of the political landscape or the fact that he does not actually have any power within it. A perfect encapsulation of online chuds and dweebs like him.
So look, I'm not a chud, nor am I a dweeb. And I'm going to let you know this right now. I think that if you are sexually preying on children, including trying to give them a sexual transition before they have become an actual adult. I'm talking a fucking consensual adult. Children cannot consent to puberty blockers. They cannot consent to HRT. They cannot consent to having any type of surgical operation or procedure without a parent or legal guardian. So the idea that people want to make this a thing is insane. You cannot get a tattoo. You can't buy cigarettes. You can't sign up for the military. None of this shit until you're 18. But you should be able to make, like, informed decisions on things that are going to change you for the rest of your entire life. Absolutely fucking not. They should go to prison.
You want to talk about reputation destruction? You're a piece of shit who spreads transphobia, normalizes far-right propaganda, and you deserve to not just be called out, but face real-world consequences for the hate you're spreading. I wonder what this means. I wonder how you would feel if I said to my audience that you should face real-world consequences, because that would be an incitement to violence, and you know it is. I said if you want to play a fun drinking game, search from Nyara trans kids and take a drink every time you get a new tweet. You'll have alcohol poisoning in 30 seconds. And so I will search this.
Let's speed it up, or else it's half the clip.
We've got ourselves a bit of a situation here, a bit of a problem, a bit of an issue. A certain individual, they're obsessed with kids. And they are as 100% obsessed with this. Oh, wait, guys. You thought it was over? No. It just crashed because there are so many of them. All of this is just this year. It's literally just this year. Would you say she has a mental illness? Absolutely. It's not even a question. Like, of course you're mentally ill. You're out of your fucking mind. There's been so many results that it won't even load them all. And it hasn't even gotten to last year, barely. This is all in 1 year talking about trans kids. And they're telling me that I'm engaging in reputation destruction by telling other people to do their own research. And now you can see why these people are so extreme. It's because I think on some very, very base level, they know their days are numbered. Unfortunately, I don't think that we can get this person's account banned for this. But I can see you're on the spectrum. You're gonna go over the line, it's gonna happen, and you're gonna do something or say something.
And it's always like so interesting that these people are like obsessed with age of consent.
Oh God. Leave the kids alone.
They should go to prison.
Media Matters did a hit piece on Asmongold. Good. Thank God. One of the biggest US streamers on YouTube has leveled up from gaming to politics. Wow. I love how they quote all the jokes as Asmon's actually running for office. I want to let them know that, if you want to write a big article about me and, go through everything, all of this, and his own presence is massive. Got to start by playing video games online, hypes up drama between streamers. Oh, Asmongold hypes up drama between streamers and attacks supposed left-wing bias in video game industry. Definitely accurate for sure. And playing the role of Buddy on a couch, but with a lot of opinions. Absolutely. Foreign Politicon is undertaken half-heartedly. Oh, this is a quote from somebody else. Is there anything else new about this? Industry drama is a never-ending source of content. Absolutely. Everybody knows this. And perceived wokeness as well, pivots from video game criticism to right-wing talking points. He complained that Trump is not more authoritarian. I don't think he even goes 10% as far of how I'd want him to go, and calls for the government to black bag illegal judges.